back at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Huge crowd gathered here tonight. They have come to see their heroes of the past in action in these magnificent cars, and we're about to get back to that action. Will you look at the Thunderheads gathered here tonight at IRP, and what they're about to see should truly be spectacular. We made a little modification in the 5/8 mile oval here. Hello, sweetheart. We're so glad you're a Thunderhead. The drivers are out warming up now for an unusual format. They're going to come down, take the green flag, make a lap on the oval, and then just short of turn one, they'll turn into the infield road course where things will get exciting. That is Bobby Allison making his return to competition after his horrible crash 5 years ago this date. Think of the irony at Pocono. All right, let's go up topside, guys. This ought to be good.
All right, the starting lineup once again inverted on points, which means the driver that won the last 10-lapper, Ed the Ace McCullough, starting dead last in this one. The front row, well, all the road racers, Larry, are up in front. Dick Greer and Jerry Grant in the front row. In the second row on the inside, Bob Aiken. There's Bobby Allison in number 3. And the third row on the inside, we will have car number 7. That's Fred Lorenzen, the stock car. And Ed McCullough will start outside. Well, if you're just joining us, we lost a few. Gary Bettenhausen from practice yesterday. Troy Ruttman crashed. McElreath crashed. And Trickle was also involved. And Bettenhausen, of course, did not start because he crashed yesterday. So we should have 4 more cars in this event.
Yeah, we should have had 4 more cars, but it's still going to be a good race. It's going to be very interesting to see if some of these guys in the back can work their way up around the road racers.
Once again, as we ride with Bobby Allison now, they will get the green flag the next time by. This 10-lapper will be on a modified road course. However, the first lap will be taken on the oval. They will not score that lap, but that gives them a chance to spread out just a bit because we were concerned with all these guys diving that sharp left-hand corner and tearing up all the cars.
Exactly. So they're going to give them one positioning lap, one lap around the racetrack. Boy, look at this. They're fighting already. They're starting right away. They're not waiting. Grant's going to try to get him. And look at Aiken. He's on the outside of Grant.
Now, once again, they will take this lap on the oval. This lap will not count. Then they will take 10 laps on the modified road course.
Aiken's right around. And look at Allison. He's on the outside. He's following Aiken on the outside. Man, oh, man. He couldn't quite get him. That's Aiken in the silver car. Allison followed him and Grant in the 5 car. Greer holds the lead, though.
A couple of road racers up in front. Greer, now they will go to the road course. Now watch, they'll on the brakes hard and a tight left-hand turn right here. Oh, no! Somebody gets rear-ended. That was Allison that got rear-ended. Allison continues on. He's in the dark green number 3 car. There's the infield section. They take that right-hander, shift up to second. Off that corner, a tight left-hander onto turn 2 now, and they upshift to third as the turbo kicks in.
He got that thing a little around there, but as long as he makes the course, he can keep going. He doesn't lose a lap. Looks like Grant, he's slowed down. When you penalize the lap, when you miss the road course, I think that's what happened to Jerry Grant. So he's down a lap and for all practical purposes out of the competition.
Well, you can see the damage to the front of his car. Part of that from the first heat race, and off the right corner from this heat race. Well, the dust is flying down there through that modified infield section as Jerry Grant pulls behind the pit wall, and he will not be one of the 2 drivers to come back for our championship on the 21st of August. But look at this, Dick Greer, the 61-year-old from Columbus, Ohio, didn't even start racing till he was 50 years old. Had a very successful construction business, didn't have time to race.
He's pulled out to a pretty good lead. Bob Aiken in the silver car still running in 2nd position, and that's Ed McCullough, the guy who never turns a race car, already up to 3rd spot.
He has been most impressive this weekend, and he's been smart. He worked up to it. He didn't go too fast too soon.
Yeah, that's exactly right. He took everything in time. There we see
Bobby's working hard. This car turns a little quicker than a Winston Cup car.
Yeah, Bobby got kind of messed up in that first little altercation down there. He's still trying to catch up from that.
Well, now it would look like maybe on the points, at this point, Aiken would go to our champion. Oh, look at that. Oh, he couldn't make it. Greer almost got nailed by Aiken.
There's smoking tires running through the dirt, man. These guys don't care whether these are $750,000 cars or not, man. They're racing.
Well, Ed the Ace McCullough right now back there in 3rd, but he on the points would take the championship right now this evening and would transfer to the overall championship on the 21st of August. But right now we have to determine who is going to go with him. Now Aiken tries the high side coming through 4. Now he looks to the inside. They're under braking. See the brake smoke.
Look at McCulloch. He's going to try the outside, getting into the corner. Couldn't quite pull that off. I tell you what, that McCulloch is really impressing me. He's going on this road racing real quick.
Bobby Allison is back in 4th position right now. 5 laps down, 5 laps to go. They run the oval in 3rd gear. They'll go through that infield section in 1st.
Yeah, that's the reason you see that back end kick out as they go around those dog legs. That turbocharger kicks in. Here we're going to see Aiken. He's going to try on the outside again, and then he tries on the inside, but never quite enough.
Oh, hang on, Ed, hang on. Don't lose it all right now.
Boy, oh boy.
All Ed has to do is finish 3rd, and he'll come back on the 21st to race for $100,000.
Allison, I'll tell you what, he's gained a lot of ground on these guys. He was way, way back there after that altercation, and he's come back to within about a half a straightaway up, but I don't think he's going to have enough time.
Remember, 10 points to the victor, 9 points for 2nd, 8 for 3rd, and on down to the balance of the field. Right now, Ed the Ace McCulloch would be coming back on the 21st. The battle right now is for the 2nd driver that will come back. We'll have 10 drivers for the overall championship in August.
That was Bobby Allison we were looking at. Here's the battle for the lead, though, Gary. Those are the first 3, and that's Bobby Allison, that 4th car we just saw go through the bottom of the screen.
Oh, Allison is really picking up ground, but he's running out of laps. They're working on lap 8. Lap 7. They're working on lap 7 of a 10-lap race. Bobby is really closing down, but I don't think he's going to have enough time to really challenge for 3rd position.
Now, let's watch him go through 3 and 4 here. This is 3 and 4 corners that he's working his way through here. You can see he's really concentrating. He's really working that steering wheel, trying to get down.
Oh, a spin down in the 1st corner. Dick Greer, your leader, spins going into the 1st turn. He was leading. He will drop to the back of the pack. What a costly spin for Dick Greer. Greer had 5 points from the 1st heat. He would have had 10 points for winning here and would have stood a chance to go on, but now the yellow flag flies because he's blocking the racetrack down there. Greer is trying to get the gear and get out of harm's way. Oh, what a costly mistake for the 61-year-old construction executive from Columbus, Ohio.
Well, this is going to make things very, very interesting here, Gary. We now have Aiken leading. We have McCulloch in 2nd place and Bobby Allison right behind them. So
and they're under yellow, so they can bunch up.
Sure they can.
Allison got 8 points for finishing 3rd the last time. He's in 3rd right now. So Aiken, by virtue of his 4th place finish, had 7 points. If he wins this one, they give him 17. Oh, boy, I don't know.
I was going to say,
we'll let the mathematicians take care of all that. I'm not going to confuse anybody.
I have enough trouble telling which one's number 7 and which one's number 5, let alone all that other stuff. But this will make it very close competition. It's going to make it with, what, 2 laps to go, 3 laps to go. Everybody's going to bunch up. See, these road racers, they don't understand the full course yellow.
No, they don't. They're just out there running around.
Still going, that's right.
They're looking for a corner marshal to wave that yellow flag down there. Now, keep in mind that McCulloch rides in 2nd. Now, what strategy does he play out? Does he just stay right there and not take any chance of maybe cooking it in and spinning it?
Well, I think that's the only strategy he can use right now. He knows that he is in the catbird seat. He's the guy that can make this thing for sure. All he's got to do is maintain his position, so he can't afford to make a mistake, and he can't afford to let the guys in front or in back of him make mistakes. So he's got to drive fairly defensively and just try to hold his position right now. Bob Aiken, on the other hand, he's got to watch the 2 guys behind him, and Allison, I think he's going to have to try to gain a position. If he gains a position, then he makes it. So
Allison has to gain a position. Allison will have to gain a position to make it, because right now, if Aiken wins it, he would have 17 points to Ed's 19 if Ed finishes 2nd. And if Allison finishes 3rd, he would have 16 by virtue of 2 third-place finishes.
So he needs 1 more point.
Did you take notes on all that? We'll have a quiz.
No, I'm not going to try to take notes. But it's going to be interesting because Allison is the guy right now who needs to gain a spot. He is really the one. Greer, I don't think, even if he gains a spot or 2 after he lost the lead, can win.
No, he had to win this thing to have a shot.
Right. So it's between the first 3 guys in this race as to who's going to make the $100,000 feature, and it's going to be up to Allison to try to prove his position.
All right, do we see the furled flag this time from starter Bill Carey? No, we don't. Now, keep in mind, Aiken is in his element. He is the gear shifter here. That's his background. Obviously, it's not the background for the Ace because he goes straight and needs a parachute to stop. There's no parachute on this Jag.
I'm going to tell you something. You're going to have a whole bunch of trouble convincing anybody that's racing against that guy today that he doesn't know how to drive a road course or
I didn't say that. I said his background was going straight. I didn't say he couldn't do it.
I didn't mean to correct you, but I tell you, he's done a fantastic job.
You know, the GTE Frontrunner Award will present $1,000 to the driver that leads the most laps today in each of the 5 preliminaries, and for the championship on the 21st of August, the driver that leads the most laps will collect $2,500 additional dollars.
Well, I'll tell you, Gary, there's a couple of real Fastmasters that aren't here tonight, and I want to say hello to them. Bobby Grimm is very seriously ill in the IU Medical Center here in Indianapolis, and I know that a couple of years ago he'd have been out there banging wheels with the best of them, loving every second of it, so I want to say hello to him, wish him well. I also want to say hello to Gene Harley, who just had a heart operation up in Fort Wayne, too. Both those guys, great racers, and they're every bit as deserving to be here as the guys that are here, but just unfortunately can't be.
Once again, Bob Aiken out in front. Ed McCullough rides in second, the black number 8. Then it's Bobby Allison, the green number 3. And Dick Greer, no, it's Fred Lorenzen in the yellow and the silver 7. Then it's Greer in the dark 6. All right, we should go green this time. And I tell you, he's not wasting any time picking up the throttle. Aiken brings him off the corner from upstate New York, the road racer. And right behind is Ed the Ace McCullough. All right, lap 8 begins. The hard left, downshift, down to first gear.
Look at Allison. He was 3 or 4 car lengths behind those guys going into the corner. He outbraked both of them getting in there. Wow.
You think it's all coming back for Bobby?
I think he's back, man. Looks pretty good to me.
You think he might take a look at that Winston Cup car and say, let's go for a ride?
Well, I don't know about that, but look at the Ace. He's going to go.
Oh, now, watch it now.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, that was a gutsy move on his part.
He doesn't have to do this.
It's a gutsy move. He's going to take the extra $1,000 for leading the most laps here.
He certainly is unbelievable.
Now let's check out the braking here. Tight braking, downshift to first gear. Through the right-hander. Up to second gear, about right here. A belch of the flames.
Every drag racer in America is jumping up and down for joy right now, let me tell you.
Bruce Pendragon, his Team McDonald's teammate, is watching from the pit area, and he is going to win both of these races. Who would have bet on that?
I tell you, when he was first invited, there were actually people who said, well, that's not, you know, he doesn't really have a fair chance. Why are you doing that? Well, I can tell you what. Yeah, Don Prudhomme asking, why are you going to embarrass yourself? My gosh, look at this. Look at Allison, though.
Now the snake is saying, well, maybe I want to go run.
That's right, that's right. Make sure we get all them guys out here. Allison's going for it, though. He had one last chance. He couldn't outbreak him, but this is his last straightaway. Can he do it?
All right, off the corner, down the backstretch. We look at Bobby Allison, his return after 5 years back in the cockpit. The win will go to Ed, the Ace McCullough. He will win both of our 10-lap heats here. The battle for second. Bob Aiken will take second. Bobby Allison will take third. Now, figure up the points.
Unbelievable. I think it was a tremendous race. You got to give those guys a lot of credit. You got to give Allison a lot of credit. Even though he didn't win one of the races, get back in there competing and being as tough as he was. Ed McCullough, who won both of them, is just unbelievable. Aiken, of course, a little more in his element on the road course than he was on the oval. Did a great job. I'm thrilled to death, and I think the man, they'll all be thrilled too.
I'm not a mathematician, but do we have a tie for second?
That's what I thought. Is it
possible that we have 2 drivers with 16 points, both Aiken and Allison? Aiken finished second, which would pick up 9 points. He picked up 7 points for his first. That would be 16. Allison took third in both heats for 8 apiece. That's 16. I was never strong in math, so I'm going to let all the mathematicians back in the truck handle all that. They can tell us. We'll take a commercial break and come back and figure out who's going to come back to the championship on the 21st. We'll take a look at the results of heat race number 2 in the modified road course. And the Ace wins it over Bob Aiken, Bobby Allison, Fred Lorenzen, and Dick Greer. We're coming back with the USAC Midgets. Stay with us.